Hey guys, what's going on? Oh boy. You all ready to get started with the end of Chapter 5? Don't worry, no one likes Hifumi that much. And, to answer your question, Margle, I, kinda forgot again. Oops. Yeah, we don't speak Spanish, Reen. Alright, so actually before we start today, guys, I wanted to talk about something real quick. I've been thinking about it, and as much as it is awkward for me to start doing this, hey, thanks for the break, Killer. Glad you could, glad you could do that. Glad you could join. But no, I was gonna say, I need to start making a little money. So I've actually opened up a little donation page, which you guys can go find down in the description if you guys want to send some money my way. Like, every little bit helps, of course, and I really appreciate it if you do. But of course, don't feel like you have to. Just like, if you have something to spare, I really appreciate it, but don't like feel like you really have to do it. But yeah, it's down in the description if you want to do it. It'll pop up here on stream if you do. And it'll do the little text-to-voice message for you, so yeah, if you guys can, I appreciate it. Oh, I need to turn that down. Boy, that'd be nice if I had... Yeah, I thought I turned that off.
Danganronpa.
I wish. Yeah, I'm guessing Miyaki is a lot. I might as well turn this on just in case someone decides to. Hey, who knows?
Danganronpa.
Alright, so we were here last time. Who's the Vic? We don't know who the victim is yet, CJ. That volume. Mess up the volume. Oh. I thought I changed that before, but no, it's just the same as it was before. Alright. That's fine with me. Alright, so let's pick up where we left off. Just to make things clear. Last night I was attacked by someone wearing a mask. And whoever that was, now they're... I don't know why, but now they're laying dead in front of me. I told you, there's a corpse hanging out here.
No way!
Is he really dead? Is this really a dead body?
What?
You need to begin looking around right away. However, be ever so careful. There's no telling what you might find. Let's take a look at the body. First things first. We need to find out who this actually is. There's no way to tell with the mask covering their face like that. And the white coat they're wearing makes it impossible to tell anything about the body itself. The victim is a total mystery. But one thing I do know is whoever this is, they attacked me last night in my room. But why? How'd they wind up dead in here? Their heart isn't beating and they're not breathing. All signs of life have come to a complete stop. Thanks to the knife that's been driven into their stomach, their clothes are stained a bright red. Pink! It appears that the bleeding has stopped, but the blood that's there is still wet. Be careful you don't touch it and get some on you. How can you be so calm at a time like this? Who is it? Their face and body are all hidden, so I don't have a clue. I'm pretty sure it's a girl at least. Huh? How can you tell?
Well,
I think I see the outline of her chest, and just the general shape of her body. Yeah, the more I look, the more I'm sure it's a girl. Really? Then it could be. Okay then. Yes! Let's just tear the mask clean off.
Come on.
Wait, don't! But by the time he called out, it was already too late. Toko's hand shot out toward the mask. And in the next instant, there was a blinding light and a deafening roar. Well, shit, Toko just got blown up. The body blew up. Blew up, it blew up, it blew up, it blew up, it blew up! Fuck. My vision started to darken, prepared to pass out. But then,
Come on.
hurry up, put out the fire. As my consciousness attempted to float away, that voice reached up and pulled it back down to earth. Someone pressed something into my hands. It was a bucket of water. Come on, dump the water on it. Okay. The upper half of the body was on fire. I took aim and tossed the water as hard as I could. Thankfully, that was enough to put out the fire. It died down, leaving behind only the unpleasant smell of burning. I guess that took care of it. What the hell, man? Exploded?
What did you say?
I had a bad feeling about that body. I never imagined it would explode. And now the body...
What?
It's burned to a crisp! That's beyond well done, man! Yeah, now we're never gonna be able to identify this person. Don't compare it to a steak! Never really eat steak again. Now that the body's charred, I really have no idea. How are we gonna find out who it was? Who isn't here right now? Huh?
What?
If we consider who's not here, that will quickly narrow down who it must be. There's only one person missing. Kyoko. Kyoko! And that dead body is Kyoko? No, that can't be right. Calm down. I didn't say it was Kyoko. But, I mean, who else? There is one other person.
In other words,
The mastermind. What? What? The mastermind?
what the heck?
Come on, there's no way the mastermind got charbroiled. Get serious. I agree. Normally the idea wouldn't be worth considering, but I have reason to believe it may be true. The mastermind being dead would explain that other matter, wouldn't it? Monokuma can hardly move around if its master is dead. Right. I swear, turn this fucking shit off. I don't know why he keeps doing that. But that corpse is a girl, right? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, remember what Alter Ego said?
So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned this all out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now.
What the heck?
So the mastermind's some middle-aged dude, right? Which the corpse obviously isn't. Then, could that mean that the mastermind isn't the headmaster? Is it the teenage girl Kyoko told me about? The ultimate despair.
Huh?
Huh? Mukuro Kusaba, the 16th student at Hope Peak Academy. What? What are you talking about? The other day, Kyoko confided in me. She said there was a 16th student here in the school. What? I think you'd better tell us everything you know. Well, all Kyoko told me was...
Mukuro
This
Ikusaba,
again.
the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
It sounded like Kyoko thinks Mukuro Ikusaba is the mastermind. No, the headmaster isn't the mastermind. I'm sure of that. What? I don't have proof yet, but I have no doubt I'm right.
I see.
There's another student here, and it's a female. That would match the body's characteristics.
So,
And that phrase, the ultimate despair, it sounds super mastermindy, doesn't it?
Could it be?
Okay, so the mastermind's this girl Mukuro, and she's a student here, and she's the ultimate despair. And she's been hiding here in the school like some kind of teenage Bigfoot. How'd she wind up burnt to a crisp?
What the heck?
None of this makes any sense. To suddenly show up and then die?
Hmm.
I think we better take a closer look at the body. There may be some clues to help us figure out exactly who it is. Hey, wait!
What?
Aren't we forgetting something? You know, Toko?
What?
Oh yeah, she got totally blown up, huh? Forget about her. I'm sure the explosion vaporized her. Yeah, you'd be very happy about that, Byakuya. We know. Oh, she survived! Oh, she survived. Two completely different reactions. I fucking love it. What just happened, Master?
Stop talking.
You declared for the whole world to hear that you declared for the whole world to hear that you would never again inhale a single molecule of oxygen. Oh, then I don't mind breathing in the carbon dioxide you exhale. That's enough for me to live.
What the heck?
This is the strangest back and forth I've ever seen. Well, let's check the body. Again. I should take a close look at the body one more time.
so,
Mind yourself, Makoto. She may be dead, but she's still a girl. Don't worry. I don't plan on touching the body all that much. I'm not Kyoko, after all. Alright, what do we got? We got a key of some kind. Next to the body. It's a key? Is it what Kyoko took from Monokuma? No, it's not. What did you steal?
so,
I stole this. Key? Looking at it, I could tell it wasn't just any key. It was shaped like Monokuma. It's probably the only key of its kind on Earth. That's right, the key she stole was shaped like Monokuma. This isn't anything like that. Then this key is... What? What is it? Did you find something? Yeah, this was on the ground near the body. I've never seen this key before. What could it possibly go to? So even you don't know that. Makoto, I'm going to give you a very important task. Huh?
I see.
That key might give you access to certain areas we thought were locked. You mean
So, in other
the
words...
biolab, the data center, the headmaster's room, and the dorm rooms on the second floor? It's in your hands. So I'm your errand boy now?
Well, just by the looks of the key, there's really only one thing it could belong to. Map up. Especially because it looks all techy like that. This is obviously the key for the data center.
The door to the data center was definitely locked before.
Okay, let's give it a shot. I want to insert the key I'd found in the garden into the keyhole.
It fits! And this is the key to the data center. I managed to unlock the data center.
I guess all that running around paid off. What do you mean all that running around? You ran straight to the data center, Makoto. I have to go tell everyone else. I immediately headed back to the garden. So you're back. How'd it go? I found out which room the key goes to. It's the data center, down on the 4th floor. Then we can get into the data center now?
I see.
Interesting. Yeah, it is kind of weird, CJ. But why would the now deceased have that key on them? I suppose we'll have to go to the data center and find out. Yeah, I think you're right. Here we are. Looks like the door is still unlocked.
Hey, so when you open that door, there's not going to be another huge kaboom like before, right?
That's not a question now. Don't worry, we have Makoto. What the fuck, Byakuya? What?
In other words...
It's in your hands. Again? It means I trust you. No, it doesn't. That's an absolute lie. I'm just being used. Fucking god damn it, Byakuya. Look, everyone's oh, no, Byakuya. Oh, look, Byakuya's right next to me. Fuck you, dude. I reached out and put my hand on the door. I closed my eyes and tried to clear my mind. With silent prayer, I slowly opened the door. Nothing happened. After making sure I was still alive, I slowly opened my eyes. So this is the data center. In a word, the room was strange. I mean, all the rooms up till now were strange, but this room had a special kind of strangeness. It wasn't a surface fear like the rest of the school. Here, the fear was lurking beneath the surface. The room was filled with that kind of dread. What? Hey, that's... Hiro extended a trembling hand and pointed. Look at all those monitors on the wall. Look what they're showing. Each monitor displayed a different section of the school. The dorms, the classrooms, every part of the school was covered. This is... What? It's the direct feed from every single surveillance camera. All the cameras in the school feed back into this room, and they're displayed here on these monitors.
So that's it.
So the sole purpose of this room is to watch us. To watch us? Then this room is... It's all clear. The Mastermind's private room, without a doubt. The Mastermind's room. I guess that makes sense. So the Mastermind is here. Watching us. Then I think this settles it. Huh? The body in the garden. If they had the key to this room, it can only mean one thing. That was the body of Mukuro Ikusaba, and she was the Mastermind. The Mastermind is dead? Like, really, really dead? It would seem so. What? For serious? It's too bad they had to go and die before Master could kill them himself. The Mastermind is dead. Could that really be true? Does that mean it's
this all over? Because, I mean, that body. Whatever happened, they obviously didn't die a natural death. So who was it that... But the mastermind really is dead. Time so we can finally get out of this hellhole.
How about
We gotta hurry up and find the exit. Come on.
That's enough.
No. We have to check this area thoroughly first. Huh? What about the exit? If the mastermind truly is dead, we can leave whenever we decide to. But right now, we need to find out why the mastermind set up this life or death game in the first place. And I'm bothered by the fact that the mastermind was obviously murdered. What? Murdered? So you think so too, huh?
Naturally.
The state of the corpse makes it plain as day. There's absolutely no doubt. The mastermind was murdered.
But
Why's it gotta be that way? I mean, who could have even done it?
Such
That's
ignorance.
exactly why I said we need to investigate the purpose and identity of the mastermind.
I'm telling you!
Now do you understand, you useless insect? You're banned from talking to Master ever again. Mastermind's purpose. Why they were killed. This room may very well hold the answers to those questions. After all, the mastermind must have spent who knows how much time in here. Okay then, let us begin our search. It's time to uncover the identity of the mastermind. This door's kinda creepy. It's got a picture of Monokuma on it. What could be inside? No luck. The door's locked, huh? What if you used the key that opened this room? Let's give it a try, just in case. Nope, no good. Won't even fit in the keyhole. Oh.
Yeah!
Well, don't worry about it. Everything's fine. The mastermind's dead, right? So nothing's gonna happen to us. Yeah, I guess you're right. Can't stop thinking about that door with Monokuma's picture on it. Worrying about it isn't gonna do me any good. Nina's right. The mastermind's gone, so there's nothing to be afraid of anymore. What's this? There's nothing showing up on this one. Huh? Hey, look, next to that TV. Isn't that a TV antenna?
how about that?
It is! Just like the one my grandma uses. It's totally one of those high-def antennas. Wait, so if we hook up that antenna, we could watch TV? Huh? Did someone say TV?
You know?
Well, Saturday morning Hina's here. Are you talking about me?
Okay.
Anyway, if we can watch TV, let's do it. Come on.
You know?
You're all starved for info from the outside world, huh? Alright, let me work my magic. You'll be quantum leaping your way to TV land before you know it. I mean, I get the reference, but what's he talking about? Jeez, I can't believe how many monitors there are. My eyes are flickering as fast as they are. Why was the mastermind murdered? To figure that out, we need to find out the identity and purpose of the mastermind.
What's your
Hurry
problem?
up and find something for Master. So, you think you can fix the TV?
You know?
Just a little longer. What, you really want to watch TV that bad? Oh, hey Nintendo fanboy, welcome to the stream. Another Saturday morning kid here. Dave, you too. It's a bunch of computers all lined up. They look like high-performance PCs. Nothing like the ancient laptop Alter Ego is installed on. They're all on, but they seem to be locked. So what, we can't do anything? Just use your fighting spirit to force your way in. I don't think that's gonna work, Hina. What century are you from? The Mastermind must have been using these to monitor the network. An alter ego. You may well be right about that.
What?
But there's no point in thinking about it now. You're right. Really ridiculous number of monitors here. The Mastermind's been using them all to spy on us.
Trying to fucking triple task Margle. Jeez.
As long as I have this.
Huh?
Look at Master go. It's like a feast for the eyes. How much is a monthly membership?
Just back away slowly, Makoto.
You know?
Oh. Oh ho ho ho. What's wrong? Good news for you all, for all you Saturday morning kiddies out there. I think I got the TV working.
Really?
Now all we gotta do is switch it on.
What?
Then do it. Friggin' idiot Mastermind. All you guys need to cut free from your regret to the outside world. What the heck? They were sitting here watching TV the whole time. They really thought they could get away with it. Huh?
This is... It's the feed coming from the surveillance camera monitoring this room, isn't it?
What the heck?
Huh? That's weird.
Come on.
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
That's really weird. Huh.
You're weird. Weird in every way possible. And not just weird. Super weird.
You are one to talk.
But
this TV isn't hooked up to anything but the antenna. So how is it showing the camera feed?
Well,
Should try changing the channel?
Oh, good idea. Let's give that a try.
Hero went through each channel one by one. But on every channel it was just us. It was a live feed of us standing there in the data center.
what the heck?
Is it broken or something?
Could it be?
No, there must be some kind of trick to it. Some weird setup.
A trick? What kind of trick?
It's kind of bad. Hey! Welcome back to the land of the living, Monokuma. Well, shit.
Actually,
I'm not sure, but...
Huh? Huh? What? Been a while, you freaking bastards!
Monokuma!
How? You're supposed to be dead. Me dead? Don't be freaking stupid!
Hey, you're acting kind of strange. Something seems different.
Of course I'm different. Evolution is perfectly natural. After all, I've been hibernating for 2 years already.
Not even. It's been like half a day at most.
How are you alive again? Oh yeah, that's it. The look on your faces right now is sublime. That's what I wanted to see. The moment you went from hope to despair.
Don't tell me you pretended to be dead all for this moment.
Why would a bear pretend to be dead? You're the ones who should pretend to be dead when you see a bear. I mean, that's totally laughable. Makes me laugh. I'm gonna laugh now. Well now. And that's that. Now it's almost time to cut off your past so full of hope and begin to despair at the future ahead of you. I want you all to have way more fun in this killing game. You can't be serious. We have to keep going?
let me out
No,
of here!
we were supposed to get out of here.
Get out of here. Are you still obsessed with getting out of here? How do you not get it? There is no getting out of here. And besides...
Yep.
This life here isn't all... This life isn't all bad, you know? I mean, there's stuff you won't like about life no matter where you are. Are you serious? This place is the worst. If it's the worst, does that mean you're in... despair?
Well now.
Phew. I'm pooped from all that laughing. I guess I'll just get to the point now. The point?
Hey,
You guys really struck gold when you found that TV. Yes, indeed. That TV is an essential part of your school life here. What? I knew it was hiding a secret of some kind.
What the heck?
I connected the antenna, so why is it showing us why is it just showing us the surveillance feed? Look how attentive they are now. Well then, I'm gonna let you in on a blood-gushing secret and tell you all about it. That TV is absolutely, without a doubt, displaying the signal coming in on the antenna.
Huh?
Huh? But what does that mean? It's displaying the signal. It's just us standing here.
Unbelievable.
You're so stupid! Don't you get it? Fine, I'll just tell you.
Kills,
This killing
kills,
game is being
kills!
broadcast live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV. Oh, is that all? What?
Extreme!
This killing game is being broadcast live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV. Doesn't matter how many times he says it. I don't know what it's supposed to mean. I mean, even if I understood the words, I'm not sure I'd understood the deeper meaning. Huh? Broadcast live to the entire world? What kind of bad joke is this? That's... can't be. Have they taken over the airwaves somehow? Oh, the camera feed's being broadcast? No way. That's impossible! That kind of overconfidence is a major weakness in your crisis management system. You know that? All you need is one weird trick that I found in hijacking the airwaves is easy mode. Are you being serious right now?
Of course!
I heard a kind of creaking, but the sound was coming from my own mind. Like a boat tossing in the ocean, my mind had begun to creak and groan.
Hey,
Everything has a meaning, you know? All those hints I gave you, all those tantalizing tidbits about the school's mysteries, even me luring you here right now. Why would I do any of that without a reason? It was all for my captive audience, to show them true despair like they'd never seen it before. I became the director of a despair-based production. This is the ultimate reality show, the best in despair entertainment.
what are you saying?
You're lying. If this was on TV, the police and everyone else would be going crazy. Yeah, there's no way they wouldn't have tried to come and rescue us.
Actually,
What if they already did? Huh?
yes indeed.
But then again, it's not really any of their business, right? Sure, some people might yell at their TV and try to warn you, but who would actually come here to help? Don't you think that's possible? I don't really know personally though, so whatever.
This can't be!
To take control of all communications like that, you need an astronomical amount of resources. Oh, you need serious advice? What's going on, Reen?
So how could things have come this far? Well, that's a secret. There's something you all need to do first, remember?
What?
Of course.
Yeah, duh. There's the little business of...
Here it is.
A body has been discovered.
You see, I wouldn't know what to do to help you there, since I have absolutely zero experience in that field, Reem. But, good luck.
After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
I think you might be in kind of the wrong place to be asking about that kind of thing. I don't think any of us here know. Yeah, you're asking the completely wrong people here. Sorry, man. Huh?
Class trial? Do you mean?
It's the Monokuma file!
Everyone give it all you've got, okay?
Heart-pounding excitement!
Things are gonna get pretty crazy from here on out. You're in for a heck of a ride.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
And then, he was gone. Reality was incomprehensible. The truth hopelessly out of reach. All we were left with was despair. We stood there for I don't know how long, frozen in place.
Oh, hey, Rose, welcome to the stream.
I couldn't think. It took everything I had just to keep myself standing upright.
I don't understand any of this. What's despair entertainment? And how is he still alive?
I'm sick of this.
I thought that finally we'd get out of here. And plus, what did he say about a class trial?
Stop talking.
Well, that part's obvious. The class trial is the class trial. What it means is at this point, we have to figure out who the culprit is. Figure out who killed Kyoko.
What?
What the heck?
What are you talking about? I thought Mukuro Ikusaba was the one who died. The victim was female, right? Kyoko certainly fulfills that condition. And if Monokuma is still alive and active, that means that the mastermind, Mukuro Ikusaba, isn't dead. So naturally, that body can't belong to her. So it must be Kyoko. There's no other possibility. The body is Kyoko's? Kyoko's been murdered. No, it's not possible. Because I don't know anything about her yet. I hear crickets too. I don't know what that is. Could just be ambient sound effects from the garden. I don't even know who she really is. To have it end like this. I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it.
Quiet.
Whether you believe it or not doesn't matter. The truth is the truth. How's life? It's going okay. I mean, kind of sad that I don't have any money, so I'm gonna plug this again. Again, if any of you feel interested in donating, there's a link down in the description where you can give me a little bit of money, and you'll have your message displayed to me on a stream. Shameless plug. Ooh, boy, that was painful. That I feel, man, I feel bad about that. Anyway. If you refuse to believe, it's your responsibility to uncover the truth for yourself. Myself? Anyway, we'd better begin. But if we're gonna have a class trial, then that means the killer.
That's right.
Correct. It must be someone participating in our school life. I know you would. Fucking hell. Wait, so you're saying one of us killed Kyoko? Well, that's not precisely what I'm saying now.
Huh?
Huh? But you just said...
Stop talking.
I don't have time to explain now. There's a veritable mountain of issues I need to confirm.
So I'm going to begin my search. If you value your lives, you'll put everything you have into this. That is how this game works, after all.
Oh, we get the good investigation theme now.
Well, I better start by checking out the Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. It had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered in other wounds, but these were at least several days old. So even the Monokuma file doesn't tell us who the victim actually was. The unidentified body. Could it really be Kyoko? Or... I have no choice. I have to investigate. I have to uncover the truth for myself. No matter what, I have to find out what happened. Or we're all dead. Let's go back to the scene of the crime. Back to the garden. Alright. Back to the garden we go. So, let's do ourselves some investigating. Alright, time to get started. Check anywhere that may be important, from one end to the other. Just need to do what I always do. This is the panel that controls the sprinklers. They're set to turn on at 7:30 every morning. Monokuma said the time positively couldn't be changed.
Are the crates really that loud? That's not any quieter. Can't hear me well? Alright, then I guess I should turn down the, hold on. Is that a bit better? Everyone happy with that? So the sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? Then the body was here before that. The sprinklers should have gotten it wet. Which means the murder must have taken place. These look like fragments of something. They're all burnt, so I can't really be sure, but I feel like I've seen something like it before. Where? Wait, was it there? I'll have to double check that later. There's a knife lying on the ground. Is this? It must be the knife that was stuck here in the body before it exploded. The force of the explosion must have thrown it over here. The Monokuma file said the knife went all the way through the body, from front to back. Does that mean this knife is what caused the fatal injury? Either way, this knife looks really familiar. Wait, is this? That's it! It's the knife that person was holding! This is getting really weird. Just too many strange coincidences.
Whoever the person in the mask was that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife. That same knife was used to stab that same masked attacker we found here. So maybe this masked person got stabbed because... Well, to be fair, CJ, the Monokuma file doesn't specify what the cause of death could have been. It could have been those wounds, it could have been the knife, it could have also been the blow to the back of the head. We don't know. We don't know when the victim died. And maybe if this really is Kyoko, it would mean that Kyoko was the one that attacked me. But why the mask? I just don't know. Don't remember anything clearly from last night. No. No, it can't be. There's no way. I remember there were some chickens in the coop. I count 4 chickens. Huh? 4.
Yo!
Yes, Rose. What's going on, Makoto? Oh, I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in here? Of course. There are precisely 5. Yeah, right?
Huh?
What's wrong? There's only 4 chickens here now. We're 1 short. Huh? It's so weird. I wonder when it disappeared. Oh god.
But
I was down here just before nighttime last night. There were definitely 5 chickens then. What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. If even a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. I did my best to ignore Hero and focus on the problem at hand. Very good instincts, Makoto. I just did my best to ignore Hero. I mean, that's a pretty solid thing to do right there. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? Guess we'll find out. Let's talk to everyone else here. Listen, Makoto. You remember how the body looked, you know, before it blew up? If I remember right, he was wearing some kind of mask, and a big white coat. Also, where the knife was sticking out of the stomach, and also there was a knife sticking out of the stomach, and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently, that wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Byakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody. But for how much blood there was on the body, I didn't see any on the ground around it.
Okay.
Wow, thanks! That was a big help. Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looked. Well, having to talk about it like that helps me remember it a lot better too. So, thank you too. So, Toko, you remember anything about getting blown up? So who does that body belong to? Whoever it is, I'm not gonna look. I don't want to faint anymore. Byakuya, anything to say? Good time, Makoto. I wanted to talk to you. What do you want to talk about?
So, in other words...
I'd like to hear your alibi. Alibi?
In other words...
Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. But why are you asking about that now? And what's nighttime got to do with it?
Naturally.
Isn't it obvious? The murder took place after nighttime. How can you know that for sure? Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hiro's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was no body here.
In other words,
So the murder can only have taken place at some point during nighttime, after I left the garden. However, Toko, Hiro, Hina, and I were in the gym together the entire night last night. What? Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's rooms to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure to go nowhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all four of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko.
that's right.
And if the victim really is Kyoko, then I'm the only one without an alibi. Also, when we went to go get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well.
What?
But you never came to the door. So, where precisely were you? I'm telling the truth. I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so that's hardly an alibi. I know. So, what now? You seem to be at quite the disadvantage here. I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it?
Alright, so everyone but me has an alibi. Fuck. It's 11 o'clock right now. Okay. And...
For serious.
oh, well, I was thinking about when we first found the body.
When the body was found, huh? I should look back at what I did this morning to help me remember when that was. Monokuma's announcement woke me up at 7 o'clock as usual, and I headed for the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got there, I met up with Hina. That was right around 7:30. Then I headed to the gym where everyone else was waiting. Next, Toko went to go get the pickaxe. That's when she found the body. What time was it then? Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now. That's right. It had to have been right around 9 o'clock.
You know?
Now that you mention it, I think you're right. So I think we can say for sure that the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, my job's done. That's a pretty small job, dude.
Like, fucking hell, Hiro. You do a little bit more. Actually, no. No, he can't. That's pretty much peak usefulness for Hiro.
If I check the body more thoroughly, maybe then I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. Alright, so let's see the body itself. The white jacket the victim was wearing got totally burnt up. There's only one little piece left. Huh? There's something weird about the body's fingernails. Oh, these are fake nails. They're really long. They seem like they get in the way of normal activity.
Your Gaifu's pretty useless, Margle. I think you need to come to grips with that.
There's also something on the back of her right hand. Is this a tattoo? It got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing, but it looks like it's a picture of a dog or something. I've never seen anything like it before. The lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so I dumped a bucket of water on it. explains why the bottom half isn't wet. There's something strange about that, right? Same thing. The upper half of the body got set on fire in the explosion, so it's totally blackened. Also, the top half of the body is wet. That's because it got set on fire and I threw water on it. Since I only threw water on the part that was on fire, the top half, the bottom half is still dry. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. There isn't, right? That's enough of the body. Let's go check out the shed. Just to be sure, I should take a look at the tool shed. This room is dusty and disorganized. In other words, a pretty stereotypical tool shed. Is this a tarp? Wait, was there a tarp in here before? I should probably take a look into that. It could be related to the case. The top is wet and covered with mud and grime. But the underside, it's totally clean and completely dry. One side of the tarp is wet and dirty. Something about that bothers me. So part of the tarp is wet. That's important. There's one thing in here, that's the one thing in here that concerns me. Alright, that's really all we need in the tool shed. Who do I want in the Halloween banner in Heroes? I want the Hoshiden Royals, because we have had nothing with the Hoshidans. And it'd be a perfect name, too. The Hoshiden Halloween. I mean, come on. Just one other chance at a focus Sakura. I think I've checked everything I need to in this area. But I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check. Specifically, that fragment I found before. There's somewhere I need to go in order to confirm my suspicions. I still need to find out more about Kyoko. Is that corpse really Kyoko? That's true. Is that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? If I can find out more about her, maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko is never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get her into her room, I'll be able to find out more. Key to her room. It's all clear now. I will simply limit your options. I can't allow you to engage in any further suspicious activity. What? Limit my options?
Just give up.
Give me the key to your room. I don't have a choice. I have to see if he'll let me borrow her room key.
Hey, Byakuya.
Hey, Byakuya? If you do come up with an alibi, I'd be happy to hear it later, at the class trial. Oh, no, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect, after all.
What?
Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Then, will you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later and we'll see. Goodbye. Depending on my mood, I may go with you. Or I may not. Come back later, huh? Okay, then in the meantime I should look around somewhere else. Maybe I should check out that one area. Alright, so we have other places to check. Done our check in the garden. So we can go to the gym. Oh hey Pika, welcome to the stream. Well we started the investigation into the mysterious victim here, who we are right now assuming is Kyoko. Monokuma's laying dismantled on the floor, but I figured it wouldn't be here.
You know?
I just found something. What is it? It's... Huh? It's what? A bomb. There's one installed in every Monokuma robot, I'm sure.
What?
A bomb? That bomb went missing. There's no doubt about that. The fragments I found in the garden. Yep, so they're fragments of the bomb that was inside Monokuma. Okay, checked everything else I can think of. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. I should head back to the garden and ask Byakuya. Yeah, it's the first time you've ever been late for one of these. Alright, Byakuya, come on. You think you can go soon, Byakuya?
Let's go.
You want to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well, let's go. Ah, wait for me! Byakuya walked off without a second glance, and I hurried after him on our way to the dorms. Alright, Kyoko's room, here we go. Well then, here we go. Byakuya took out the key and slid it into the keyhole. And then... and it's open. Looks like it. Thanks.
Yeah, one of those was pretty chaotic. I don't remember which one either. It's been a while.
So, this is Kyoko's room. Huh. There's something on the table. It's a woodblock decoration.
What?
What's that? What purpose does it serve?
Yes, Rose.
I think it's probably a key. Doors at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for lockers. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse.
Of course. Now, this isn't the final investigation. We still have Chapter 6. Danganronpa games are always told in 6 chapters, Pika. We still got one more after this. Virtual hug? Sure. Here you go. That doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that.
It's certainly possible.
But if it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Really? What? Unless I'm mistaken. I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to. Yes, 666. You know, the numbers that are written on Kodaka's scalp? Those are the ones. The dojo. Here's her bed. I don't see anything interesting here. At least not as far as the case is concerned.
Kodaka? He's the guy who writes these games. That's who.
What?
Kodaka's the one who writes these games.
You wanted to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for? Nothing in particular. I just thought we might find some clue here. A clue that might help us understand Kyoko.
Come on.
You can't be serious. That's why you made me take time out of my search to come here? Sorry. Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete. Something to give us some sort of direction here. More concrete. Oh, I know. Earlier Kyoko gave me something. Huh? What's this?
It's true.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me. I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Found it. What's in the envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it. Well, something has certainly happened. So open it.
Okay.
I opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets.
What?
That's all that was in there? Yeah, it looks like it. Under the sheets. What could it be?
Gee, I wonder.
But could something be hidden under the bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but it lifted up the sheets. What's this? I found a crumpled up piece of paper. Class 78 student registry? Mukuro Ikusaba.
I see.
It appears to be Mukuro Ikusaba's profile. Yeah, looks like it. That's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room, along with the key.
Yes, Rose.
God, you're so annoying. Fine, I'll tell you. It was a key and... that's it. This must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing. This is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. Made an effort to pull myself together, then looked down at the profile sheet. Name: Mukuro Ikusaba. Sex: female. The ultimate soldier. Huh. That's not what Kyoko told us. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood, and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information. She was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she'd received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. The Ultimate Soldier, a mercenary group. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's like a completely different dimension. It's like one's non-fiction and the other's sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this feels. That was how I saw things as just an ordinary person. But then...
I see.
I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. Huh? You recognize it?
Shit, good luck, Reen. Hope you don't die. If that's any consolation.
Naturally.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. But they do have their uses, as they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumor I heard says Fenrir has already...
Found it!
Whoa, I feel like our hero is becoming a big player, and a big player is becoming our hero. Ah, it's you.
What?
What have you got in your pretty little hand there? Uh-oh, you found her profile? So what if we did?
Hey!
Don't freak out on me.
Come on
I'm not gonna hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either, even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? Who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivorous, you know. What? Are rule violations really so unforgivable? You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours. Of course I am. Of proper school life is built on the dedication to organization and order. Which is why even I, as the school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself. Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Of course!
Absolutely. I can't have you complaining about how unfair it all is, now can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting? Interesting? It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in this killing game. I don't think I ever actually told you how many participants there... I don't think I ever... Yeah, I read that right. However... Yeah, oh my god. I don't think I ever told you... Oh my god. I don't think I ever actually told you how many participants there actually were. Did I? I was thinking, I should probably clarify that.
Hey,
When you all first got here, got together in the main hall way back when, there were 15 people here, right? I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all. Misunderstanding? Are you saying...
in other words...
That's right. There weren't actually 15 of you.
Yes,
The total
indeed!
number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16. 16? Then,
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school.
It's a lot of work, Margot. I messed up a lot.
The one they call the Watch Out.
16th student, Mukuro Ikusaba. She's part of the school life.
I don't know if I can help you, Pika. I think the autocorrect might be fucking ya.
So the one making all the regulations is... Why?
Huh?
Did you say something? Why are you telling us this? Oh, well, because... like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know?
Yes, indeed!
Makes sense.
Well now,
Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you.
Revenge.
I want to get back at sneaky Miss Kirigiri, so I'm going to share a little secret with you. Seriously?
hey,
You know how she wears those stupid gloves day in, day out all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but she wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone else to see.
What?
Okay, now that's all you get. And Monokuma's account. Kyoko wears those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars. Wait, so on the back of her hand... tattoo. Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said that they were scars, right? That's why Kyoko wears those gloves to hide the scars.
I don't know if I'll be able to make that, Pika. It's a bit of a journey for me. I don't have any money. Speaking of money, no, I'm not gonna do that again. Fuck it. That's horrible. Which means those fake nails on the corpse. Are you thinking about Kyoko again? Huh? What? Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. His... trap?
Such ignorance.
God must have really hated you to make you so dull. Thanks, Byakuya. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mukuro was a student here. That's right. Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Mukuro is the one creating the rules to the game.
But why would he tell us that? And why now? He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact he said that proves that Mukuro is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of the 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair. Mukuro is related to the case.
It's certainly possible.
She's the one who killed Kyoko. What? That would explain why we would have to have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school killing game. Mukuro is the killer. She killed Kyoko. Anyone should be able to come up with that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began.
What?
But, based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
It's all clear now.
Mukuro Ikusaba isn't the culprit. Huh? What makes you say that? We thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense.
I saw Reem. Way to go hitting your brother.
Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? That's a good point.
So, in other words...
Mukuro giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense, then, to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit. Who knows? Like, anything will trigger fucking spam, apparently. Who the hell knows? So that's the trap. They want us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. The way you say it, definitely does seem possible. That's really true. If Mukuro isn't the killer, then who is? Well then, I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. I should find out if that key and the dojo really are connected.
Let's go.
Well, are you coming? Alright. The wooden lockers here. Use wood-block keys, just like at those super traditional public bathhouses. Looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to one of these lockers.
I see.
Makoto, do you see the locker furthest to the right?
Very strange.
That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. You understand what that means, right? I should probably use the key we found in that locker, right?
That's right.
Well, just try it. Okay. I took out the woodblock key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock. And... The locker eagerly accepted the key, and it opened. There are arrows in here. Looks like 10 arrows in total. They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong, despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks. Oh, there's something else inside the locker. It's a wadded up ball of duct tape. I wonder what this was used for. Is that a bloodstain?
I see.
If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case. This duct tape is related to the case somehow. But how could it possibly be involved? Well, goodbye Jupiter. I think that's all the locker has to offer for now. Is something wrong?
Very strange.
It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room? Why? Or perhaps... Oh hey, Nullmart, welcome to the stream. Byakuya? Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on to the next location. Huh? What next location?
What?
There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. Fenrir? You mean the mercenary group that Mukuro was a part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that? Isn't it obvious? Where in the school would you go to do research on something? Research? Are you talking about the archive? That's right. The archive has all kinds of info that the general public doesn't have access to.
Let's go.
Do I like cheesecake? I really just prefer regular cake.
We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. I believe there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here. Yakuya seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand. Went straight to a shelf in the back. Ah, here we go. He quickly returned with a file in hand. Well, let's see what you got, Byakuya.
I see.
Take a look at this. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? How'd you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French?
I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French.
Well, whatever. I'll read it for you. But I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over. 100 times? Isn't that kind of extreme? Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is an equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that key members of the group are all neutralized. Rumors indicate they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they had acquired. Some, however, believe there was a mounting internal tension within the group, and they simply imploded.
What?
What is it? It all just sounds like some kind of alternate reality. Well, it isn't. This is our reality. The only reality. These people are a part of our world. Their battlefields aren't much different from our lives here. An unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. Exciting definitely isn't the word I'd use. So, did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Now that you mention it. The report said something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right? That's right. It said Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad will get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir. Could that mean... Well, time's up.
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us, organisms, the Earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial. So, please meet up in the usual spot. See you later.
The time has come. All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial.
That's right.
It would seem so. Let's go. Well...
Whoa, Byakuya and Makoto showed up together.
Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word.
We were investigating, of course.
How could you not figure that out by this point? Makoto's ranked high enough for you guys to go off together. Just the two of you?
Yeah, I've been doing some sex things with your master. Jealous?
What, are you jealous?
Hey.
Or are you making some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
What?
Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Any second. He'd show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But we stood there for 5 full minutes, waiting for something weird to happen. And then 5 minutes became 10.
Why?
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again?
What should we do? Should we keep waiting here, or... or what?
Jesus!
Did I scare you?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. Why'd you waste my time and make me wait like that?
What? I made you wait? You've got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait.
Huh?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone else to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here, now can we?
What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you.
Sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now.
If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look.
Hey,
I'm here, and no rule has been broken. Kyoko!
Kyoko, you're still alive?
No, that's a ghost! Stop talking.
If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right?
What?
But is it okay there's no particular penalty for being late?
is that right?
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong?
You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right. There's no penalty, officially. But I bet you'll be sorry later. No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts onto the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of ya.
When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko!
So you really didn't die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die.
Thank God. I'm so glad you're okay.
Perhaps. But that's not necessarily a good thing for us. Huh? He's right. Now we gotta deal with a ghost. Dude, shut up. I told you. Stop talking.
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial. Without overlooking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator.
Master, wait for me.
Good call. Who knows what might happen if we take too long. Oh, hey, Maxim.
what?
I'll be happy when this trial is all over.
One after another, everyone piled into the elevator. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Well, Kyoko? Yes, please, if you want to say something, then please, keep it spoiler-free, CJ. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? That key of you used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So,
Correct.
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. The second floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that.
Yeah, this trial is bullshit, I know. Yeah, you can go ahead and commemorate all the deaths up till now.
I had no idea a body had been discovered. Then, what did you find out?
So...
Just now.
When did you find out?
Just now. I finished my search and came back down, just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I? So that's why you were late.
However...
I'm sorry I kept you all waiting. But, if you're on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to?
Wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
In other words...
Oh hey Jessica, welcome to the stream.
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What?
Just a second.
Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma.
Makoto.
We can go over the details after we get through the trial. Okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation.
It would seem...
Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me.
It sucks. Homework. Ugh. Yeah, same rule as yesterday. I mean, I want this to go until DR3 comes out, so yeah. Have you ever watched the Danganronpa 3 anime? Yes, I have, and oh boy, is it not good? Yeah, no one wants to give me money, unfortunately.
For her? That's a strange way to put it. Class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her?
Goodbye.
Well, if that's all. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right?
I understand, Markle, and I appreciate it.
Being the last one left, I stepped into the elevator. As the door slid shut. This time, the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, as the dread began to consume me once again.
Yay, you arrived just in time for the class trial, Jessica.
I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes. But it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair. How long is this one? I don't think this one's too long.
But man, look at this gaudy-ass class trial, too. Ugh. Disgusting color combo, Monokuma.
I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. The time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed.
Chills! Chills!
Let's get on with the show.
And so the curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, deadly riddle, deadly defense, deadly faith, deadly class trial. Cool.
Alright. We still have all our stuff, right?
I don't need Lost in Thought, increased time limit for class trial phases.
That's what the skills I have. Alright. let us begin. Gotta get the rest of my voice a little.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
Seriously, dude?
But Kyoko's standing right there.
Explain that.
No, that's a ghost!
But she has legs and stuff.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
Hero, do you like ever hear yourself talk? Do you even like understand the voices that come out, the voice that comes out of your mouth? Like, really, dude?
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Yeah, I agree, Byakuya.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right?
Yeah, which I really shouldn't have to, but because Hero's so fucking retarded, oh well.
Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Her traits?
One important trait that proves the body doesn't belong to her is obviously her piercing glare. No, it's her gloves.
I got it! I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
No, I didn't make that picture yet.
In that case,
No,
I think
need
it
to.
would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh! You know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
There's no way that corpse was Kyoko. But if I can't prove why, we're gonna be stuck here and the case won't move forward. So I don't have any choice but to. Ooh, sounds like fun, Pika. Have fun with that.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Oh, no. You need the fake nails.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion?
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing, because that corpse is
shit.
absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
I agree. This entire discussion is idiotic. Thank you, Byakuya.
Okay,
Improve. The dead body
This entire
wasn't-
discussion is
She
idiotic.
was wearing
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
No, it's wrong.
I need to bug bomb your room there, Pika.
No. There's no way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you think?
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
I don't think you know anything, Hero.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Yeah, it should have.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
Man, fuck you, Hero.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Before anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from here. Now the class trial is starting. Just ignore the last, like, 5 minutes of retardedness we just had. Now the trial begins.
Kyoko really is still alive. Then
Oh my
who
God.
died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition.
Face was scorched
And there
beyond
wasn't any description in the Monokuma file.
recognition. We have to go there.
Oh, if we can't identify the body...
No, we can.
Then there's nothing else
Are
we
you
can do,
fucking
right?
serious? I was like 1 frame off. Are you fucking kidding me?
Kyoko really... Then who died? There's gotta be some... I don't think so. And there wasn't any description... Oh, if we can't identify the body...
There we go.
No, that's wrong. There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real? If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Damn it, Toko.
Cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
Believe me, I always ignore them, Hina.
The key to figuring out who it was
They never have anything useful to say.
is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog? Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
See? Nothing useful.
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
You see, those two don't bring anything to the table. Really, it's just a class trial with 4 people right now. It's me, Kyoko, Hina, and Byakuya.
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
Compare the tattoo to the other information we have. The victim's identity should become clear. That should... Compare the tattoo to other information we have. And that is the... What is that? Is that Mukuro's profile, I think?
I got it!
Yes, it is.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusawa belonged to.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
The image that represents Fenrir is... kind of a pointless Hangman's Gambit. Like that stupid Hangman's Gambit in Danganronpa-2 where you have to spell out fucking elevator. Why are there so many E's? I mean F, damn it. F as in... Fuck this class trial.
Now I understand. The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast. He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf tattoo. Then that means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf.
Anything's better than improved Hangman's Gambit. That game fucking sucked.
Which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusawa.
Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a coup-last trial?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
Yep.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place. After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
Who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time? And when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost. Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
Hiro, shut up.
Nope! There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Yep, there are only 2 suspects. Based on what we know, there can only be 2 suspects. Me and Kyoko.
I got it! You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Recount who died. Okay. Well, Sayaka died, Junko died, Leon died, Chihiro, Mondo, Taka, Hifumi, Celeste, Sakura, and now Mukuro is dead. 10 people so far.
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The 4 of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the 4 of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
Exactly so.
So the only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Damn it, I can't let this stand. Somehow I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Because the biolab's locked, CJ. No one can get in there.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at... Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
What time was the body discovered? Is it 9?
I got it! The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Now then, Toko, what time is it?
Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock. So it's probably 9 on the dot now.
Okay, go get the pickaxe and be back here by 9:01.
Yeah, but we didn't have a master key. We only had the key that went to the biolab. I mean, that went to the data center, CJ. If I had gone and checked the other doors, it said, "Oh, the key doesn't fit in the lock." That's why I just went straight to the data center.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
Murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m. I don't have an alibi from 10 p.m. till 7:30 a.m. Okay then, looks like the game has begun. If I can't provide an alibi for that period, then I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. To do that, I have to make it clear when the body ended up in the garden.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
Something that happens in the garden the same time every morning. Thinking back, the cloth was almost totally dry. In which case, I should have been able to figure out when the body must have appeared in the garden.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, there we go.
No, it's wrong! Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on! I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent words!
Fuck Christ, woman.
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
Man, you're totally wacko.
What else is new?
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
And to prove that it wasn't the sprinklers that got the body wet, all I have to do is hit Toko with certain evidence, and that should do it. Look at the body itself. That should make it clear.
And hey, bullet time battle. Cool, cool. Fuck me. Alright, what are the controls for this again?
I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no!
Yes, I've played the game before. How to get the good ending.
Hold on! How can you say it wasn't the...
This should prove it. Just
No, I'm
remember
not.
what the body was like after
I'm not
the
gonna show the
explosion,
bad end.
and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers. The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
Whatever the fuck you're going on about,
I'm so
dude.
sick of her.
Yeah, you're not the only one, Hina. I swear, like, Hina's is the personification of my inner thoughts or something.
The reason only the top half was wet was because... while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place
You know, these trials are a lot more bearable when it's not Toko, when it's Jill.
sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Miss anything important? Well, we were able to close the time gap from when the murder occurred. Now, instead of from 10 p.m. to 9 a.m., the murder must have taken place sometime between 7:30 and 9 a.m.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Kyoko's the only one without an alibi, which would mean that Mukuro's killer is... No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone? That's...
I'd just like to say one thing. If you vote for me, and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen.
Huh? So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
We're this far into the game and now you decide to blame me?
You shut up.
Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything.
Pretty unfair.
So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial, something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Huh?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Well, yeah, she's not wrong.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
certain something at the scene was used to cover the body. Could it have been... yeah, tarp.
I got it! You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick. You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
Alright, you gonna get going, Rose? Oh, thanks for coming out.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from
That
getting
sounds
wet?
pretty disgusting, Pika.
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Kyoko, why you gotta do me like this?
Why did Kyoko say that? Why would she want to make me look like the killer? No, I can't think about that right now. That tarp. It was used the way Kyoko said. The tarp must have touched the body, right? But the body...
Wait, something's not right.
And what might that be?
I can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. I have to refute what Kyoko said. Body before the explosion.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
No, that's wrong.
Should have had some blood on it, Hero. That blood was wet.
Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it. Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Thus washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Yeah, really.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Huh? Blood was camouflage.
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
Got the blood from right there in the garden, right? Which must mean... yeah, I think we now know what happened to that chicken.
I got it! Could it have been chicken blood?
What? Chicken blood?
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens. But after the murder, there were only 4.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood?
Yep.
Man, that's messed up.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
You know, please.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense.
What would that be?
You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
No, it wasn't.
I think so. Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Yeah, it was on backwards.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off. But the body didn't get wet, because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body. The coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe, but still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Fuck Kyoko.
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
Suspicion falls back on me again. But why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
Fucking seriously, Hero?
Oh!
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No!
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Nothing you say is ever a good idea, Hero.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and
Ah,
burnt?
shit. Are they gonna recognize that as the one they gave to Makoto?
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right? According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back. So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before.
Oh no.
That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
Listen, more important, now that we have the knife, what are we gonna do with it?
Can't let Toko keep it, that's for sure. We don't know what she might do.
I don't want it anyway.
So what to do?
Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto? Huh? Me?
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
Well, shit.
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah.
Then why did you hide that fact?
It's not that I hid it. It's just...
I couldn't be sure of what actually happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious! Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
Considering everything up till now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer. Let's see what we need. Let's go through this
The
first.
knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Of course, I'll tell you how to get the right end once it comes. It's not hard. Hold
The
on.
knife we found.
What are the things we have? Exploded
It's
Bloated
the
body
same one
part.
we
Oh, this guy's
gave
dead
to
body. I think
Makoto.
that's what we need. That just got updated. Or, no, it was just added. Yeah, because if the blood was prepared beforehand, then that's not blood from stabbing the victim.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife, that seals it.
Makoto, just because I had the knife, that automatic?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no
Damn it,
question.
hero.
You took that knife.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Shit.
The knife we found. It's the same one. It really is, isn't it?
If he did have that, that seals it. Just because I had the knife, that automatic?
Well, getting stabbed is...
No, it's not.
No, that's wrong.
For stream you caught here? Wasn't it like the very beginning
Wait,
of Awakening?
hold on.
Yeah, very beginning
The
of
stab wound
Awakening you
isn't
came
what killed
in
Mukuro.
with your dried fucking seaweed. God damn it.
That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her.
Yeah, that was a long time ago, Jessica. You weren't here back then.
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point,
Jesus Christ, a lot of fucking emojis.
obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
Victim was stabbed twice in the same spot. No, there's no way that's possible. The exact condition of the body was written down for everyone to see. In the Monokuma file.
I got it! The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. Totally forgot about that.
Holy shit, man.
Then the knife.
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her. Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing. The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kind of goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion!
Can you just stop talking and never talk again, Hero? I'd really appreciate that.
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
There's one explanation I can think of for the explosion. And I guess that's just the, fragments, right?
I got it!
Yep.
After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
If you want to advertise, pay me.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
Guess they're paying me for ad space.
That's only natural. Because, of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma. It's part of a bomb.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
Need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. To concentrate. Alright, Monokuma file.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
Yes, she was.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body. Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined.
No, that's wrong.
I think we might be able to determine what it is, Byakuya. 50% of 0 is still 0. Thanks for the math on that one, Jessica.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it?
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
I have to pay you negative, what is that, $1 million? So that's $1 million you have to pay me.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe!
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power. I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
I wouldn't be opposed to that.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground and spit on it.
Man, look at these idiots arguing.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
Fucking Christ, you two.
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
The real murder weapon. Well, only one thing could have been used, and it was probably the titanium arrows.
Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something. And that's
I
what
feel too
killed
sick
him.
to keep going on. Sorry to hear that, Pika. Well, bye then.
And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
Keep that in mind. Go get some sleep, you need it. Wow.
Arrow. That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kind of weird.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right!
I'm not back-talking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I don't blame Himena for doubting it. Because there's one more thing about the weapon. One more secret. Yeah, it's not... Because just one arrow. You couldn't do any damage to someone with just one arrow. That's why it was combined with a certain something.
Titanium
Or
arrow.
should I say, 9 other somethings.
It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, because in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Nope.
No,
Perhaps one arrow would be too thin, Hina. But if you were to tape 10 of them together,
You're
that's
right.
about as thick as a metal
Just
pipe.
the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Don't overexert yourself, Pika.
Another weapon?
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled-up wad of duct tape. The killer probably uses duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe.
Yep.
And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks. One stick is weak. We put them together, and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
No. How would you use a little tiny wad of duct tape to move a body?
Man, that's harsh.
That's not harsh, dumbass.
How is it harsh? Are you even listening?
No, he wasn't, obviously.
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon.
How much longer? I don't think it's much longer.
As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto? What's the matter?
No, you just need to wrap them in the tarp. I mean, if it was a small tarp, then yeah, but... I mean, I don't think they wrapped them up in the tarp. I don't think the killer wrapped Mukuro up in the tarp. All he had to do was just place the tarp on top of her, let the sprinklers go, then just take it off. That's all they had to do.
Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to. The death of us all, remember?
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
I have evidence. Evidence that Kyoko went to the dojo. It must be connected to that dojo locker. Yep, and it's the woodblock key we found in Kyoko's room.
I got it! The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just, there's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
What?
She was protecting me. Then does that mean she knew I was being attacked? And she came to my rescue. Could that be when... Which would mean that Kyoko... She killed someone... for me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know?
What? Byakuya should know better than anyone. What does that mean? Well, I think it's pretty obvious what that means.
Those words you just spoke.
You want to be a
What do you
mod,
mean?
Pika?
Exactly what I said.
Hold on.
I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
Yeah, I mean... Wait, Kyoko gave her room key to Byakuya, right? Which would mean...
Yeah.
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly,
She
I'm
couldn't
not
have-
the killer. You should understand.
Couldn't have put the room key in her, or the locker
There's
key in her
proof
room.
that you aren't the culprit.
No, what's wrong?
However,
If
We
I'm
know
right,
there
Kyoko wouldn't
is
have been able
something
to
wrong
get
with
into
that.
her room.
Why not?
Because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant. And if I had the key to your room,
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
it would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
No. That's not actually true. There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us. An obvious lie. But this just isn't like her. To try and save herself with such a desperate lie.
hey, welcome to the stream. And now I'm not showing the bad ending. The bad ending is Pika becoming a mod. Are you late? No, you're not late. I mean, the trial's almost over, but we still have a little bit to go.
Does she really feel that threatened? Because she's the killer? Or is it something else?
Actually, no. Hey, before I actually go in for yet. There. Congratulations, Pika.
Was there some deeper meaning in what Kyoko said earlier?
Don't make me take that away from you, man.
If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever.
Oh, what the fuck, it's you. Okay, yeah, I was wondering with that name. Oh, it says boats, doesn't it? Son of a bitch.
This is a trap the Mastermind has laid for us. Mastermind's trap. The Mastermind is trying to trap Kyoko? But what if that's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? What should I... The Mastermind's trap. The victim was Mukuro. And Kyoko killed her? What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie. I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. I'm the only one who can expose it. But who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? The Mastermind's trap. If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong? What do I do? I have to decide right here and now whether or not to expose Kyoko's lie. Well, I think it's right to trust Kyoko, so let's let it go. I've made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret here. Something that has to do with the Mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned.
Well, does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact? I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room, that it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
But of course I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
What? It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you? Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the Mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
Okay, time's up!
What?
Huh?
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
What? Time's up?
Oh, poor Makoto.
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you!
Voting time?
Hold on. Can I object now? Shit, go back. Go back. Go back. We do not want this. Oh, hey, we got an A. We do not want this. This is bad.
Now, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
It probably won't get taken down, Dave. I think I just won't be able to monetize the video. Because I know that happened for the first couple videos of Danganronpa with like the execution in the intro and Leon's execution. Those were copyrighted too, so this one should be fucking fine. It's not gonna get taken down.
Hey, hold on! What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Man, I don't mind keeping you on as a mod, Pika, but just don't abuse your power. Then if you start like banning people left and right, then yeah, I'll unmod you. But hey, do a good job, and I don't mind you staying a mod. More mods, the better, in my opinion. Honestly, yeah, just be good. Just be good with it. What? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man. I mean, yeah, I don't mind keeping you on as a mod, Jessica. I mean, like, really, I feel like the more people I have watching the chat, the less time I need to, like, scan it, which kind of feels good for me. Just in case something shows up that I don't want to see. So yeah, like, you guys have been doing okay so far, so, well, I mean, I just modded Pika, what, 10 minutes ago, so, I mean, yeah, I don't mind keeping you guys on as mods, if you don't mind.
Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry. It's all your fault. Everyone, you're wrong. You've got it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Yes, indeed.
Good job, everyone. Good job.
Yep.
Yeah, they got it right.
No. I know that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey!
It makes perfect sense.
Shing!
It's the same as always. It's just like all the other class trials. And now I'm gonna end it the same way.
Thrills!
It's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment.
Wait, why do I... Kyoko!
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko?
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Pretty good voice, isn't it? Well, time for Makoto to die. This is pretty good music. I really do like this execution theme a lot. It's really good. Shaking. You're gonna be taught sex ed by Monokuma. Fucking Christ. Look at how he goes from, his face goes from pink to purple. From embarrassment to pure fear. But then... Makoto's not dead, CJ. He's not done.
Huh? Huh? What's this? What's going on? Hey, what's that?
Yeah, it had to be.
This is...
Alter Ego.
Alter Ego? Is this some stupid virus from that stupid guy? He must have planted it when he evaded my network. Damn it all to hell. I don't believe this.
It would seem...
It seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
What was that?
In other words...
What I'm saying is, you shouldn't have underestimated us.
Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch, an inch. The stupid virus is gone now, got it? And so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again. To waste away in a garbage-strewn pit, in a way, that's an even better special punishment. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world.
Is he gone? Hey, Kyoko. What's the meaning of all this? Just what the hell is going on?
Calm down.
It's okay. We're not the ones being trapped at this time.
Huh? Now we're gonna end at the end of the chapter, just like always.
In other words...
Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared.
What did you
What
say?
are you talking about?
So...
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed.
Did Teddy and Monokuma have the same voice? No, Teddy is voiced by Sam Riegel and Monokuma is voiced by Brian Beacock. They don't have the same voice. The massive high school towers over all the other buildings in this bustling urban area.
It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world.
Hope's Peak Academy.
It brings in top students from every field imaginable. A government-funded school of privilege. They said that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year. It was built to raise hope in the nation's future,
Which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name.
There are two things you need to attend this school. 1, you have to already be attending high school. 2, you have to be the very best at what you do. No ordinary student could enroll here. The only way in is if you're scouted by the school itself. Standing there at the gate of the ultimate school filled with the ultimate students was me. What? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now? There wasn't any classroom I'd ever been in before. What the heck is going on? Finally. I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again. And then I was awake. Or was this just another dream? A dream inside a hopeless nightmare. No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. I was in a vast, dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high all across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation to find myself in. That was just the beginning of my problems. I was going to be stuck in there until I wasted away and was I going to be stuck in there until I wasted away and died? No. I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remember all too well what had happened. Alter Ego saved me, and he used up the last little bit of his strength to do it. So I can't give up now, for myself, and for my friend. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First up was to start looking for a way out of here. This looks familiar. That's a rocket and a tank. I better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here. It's locked. No, Kyoko didn't know that Alter Ego would save him. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. Getting out of here isn't going to be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon. I decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. That was pointless too. Next, I searched for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are an all-around bad idea? Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides. That's still not enough reason to give up. Because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was go to sleep. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left, after not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed. And all I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign. Not exactly. What the? A strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched, the pile of garbage jostled and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down over there? Something fell from up above. What could it have been? Yeah, of course I've sneezed while recording. I've done that a couple times. I had to cut it out. I'm pretty sure sometimes I forgot to even go back and cut it out. Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? I carefully stretched my hand out toward whatever it was that had tumbled down here with me.
Just a second.
A giant piece of trash? How rude. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was. Yeah, look, trash, guys.
It smells awful.
Kidding, of course. Before people start getting on my ass of me calling Kyoko garbage. Could we just take a moment to appreciate this fucking sprite, though? Look at it. Look, just look at this. It's pretty good. Kyoko!
Indeed.
You look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing here? I should unmod you just for that, you piece of shit.
So...
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You got a bit of garbage in your hair. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me again.
Hey.
First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished. Thank you! I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way toward my stomach. That really hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up, then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at.
Hmm?
Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. But Kyoko, why'd you come to rescue me?
So...
To pay a debt. Or, no, to atone. Atone?
You...
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So, you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. I abandoned you. Don't say that. You didn't abandon me. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but... there was a reason that I had to survive, no matter the cost. Why did you have to survive?
It's true.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive...
In other words...
is so that I can do what I came to this school to do.
What?
I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason.
No, the bread wasn't in the garbage. Kyoko had the bread with her when she fell. It's fresh bread. It wasn't garbage bread.
So you have some reason for coming to Hope's Peak?
Indeed.
That's right. At least I did once. Once? Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was. You forgot? But that's... I had no memory of what my purpose was. No memory? That's impossible. Amnesia? Then, is it really true? You lost your memory?
Makoto.
Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at this school? The first thing. You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too. And when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself. A disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember what...
Boy.
I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
Indeed.
I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But... why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability. Somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. So the mastermind just stole them from you?
However...
And it could also mean, somehow, my memories may be connected to the mystery of this school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is that?
If I did that and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always the chance that the mastermind is actually one of us. What?
Correct.
Well, don't make too big a deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right?
No, we don't know the name of the headmaster.
The mastermind. One of us. If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes more sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However...
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me.
Why is Pika Ahmad? He asked, and so I answered. That's why.
But why me? Because among everyone, you were the least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but...
I see. Your intuition was right, though.
There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind.
I understand. I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
It's just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
Listen,
Are you okay? Oh, yeah. It's nothing. It is nothing. Right?
hey,
Even now, I still trust you, you know. It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
correct.
I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. When's the next stream? Well, we're streaming Awakening tomorrow, but when we're gonna get back to this game, that I don't know what to tell you. Maybe 2 weeks. I don't know. We'll have to see. You said you had a reason for doing all that investigating on your own. So, how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So...
I think there's still a lot I don't remember. But at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. You mentioned your ability. My ability. What everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective. Yeah, what a fucking surprise. The ultimate detective?
Correct.
And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy? There was someone I had to find, here in the school. Well, I mean, I'm almost done with Awakening, and I really want to finish it, Reen, so I'm gonna keep going at Awakening till it's done. You had to find someone. Who?
So...
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. The headmaster? Why'd you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father. What?
In other words...
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Kyoko's dad. Is Hope's Peak's headmaster? Then that explains when Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved. Yeah, Chris will probably be there tomorrow. He said he didn't want to show up to these because he never finished Danganronpa and didn't want to get spoiled, so you know. I'll find a way. Huh? No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster.
No matter what?
No matter the cost.
So,
Kyoko? What's going on? My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense.
However...
But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then, what did you see in there?
So...
The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess, the desk drawers dumped on the floor. And the only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean, the mastermind, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes. And to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I'd found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. This is some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room, along with Mukuro's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time. And I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that that were true, that room would likely hold more clues. So I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So I went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However...
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. Huh. So, what was it like? That part of the school, I mean. It's hard to describe. All I can say is... The moment I saw it, I realized. Whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean?
So...
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself. And I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough. It sounds like it must be important. And really ominous.
However...
It has to do with Mukuro Ikusaba, doesn't it?
However...
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi. So then, who did kill her?
Anyway...
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba was to get me killed. Get you killed?
You know, I don't know what calculates the views for stream videos, but I'm pretty sure 300 people aren't gonna view this. It's just something weird with how streams count views.
Indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared. In retaliation, they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial. It was? The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean, because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. With minimal restrictions, you're free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion. Yeah, you didn't break any rules. The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules. It makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
Hey.
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba. What's that? There was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. I could have become the victim?
Indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you mean...
Yep.
During the night? I can hear them, you know? The footsteps of the god of death.
What?
I can hear the god of death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me into cases. Just like this.
Anyway...
Which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms, and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell, and I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room.
Correct.
I ran into your room, and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However...
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... whoever the masked assailant was, they ended up dead.
Correct.
And their murder was disguised. The dojo key was found in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind, in the attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. So all this would mean that whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right. That is a contradiction. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So, What does it all mean?
In other words,
It means the mastermind is the one who's been cornered. Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair. The other ultimate despair. There's no doubt that Mukuro is the ultimate despair, and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. It's not.
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event. You're talking about
That's right.
what happened a year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy. Whoever's responsible for that. They're the ultimate despair.
It would seem...
That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. Then they're,
Indeed.
make no mistake, they're the root of all evil that has forced us to go through with this. That is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy.
If you went to bed, you would be a mod. Alright. Chapter done. We know who our enemy is. Mukuro and the other ultimate despair. Mukuro's dead. There's still one left in the school somewhere. We don't know who it is. But I'm sure we'll figure out next time. Oh jeez. That's a lot of save slots. But of course, we're going to do that next time on Let's Play, or not Let's Play Danganronpa, but on whenever we stream next. Honestly, I have no idea when I'm going to do this next. If you want to know, keep posted on my Twitter. I'll probably post on there when I'll be streaming this next time, so thank you all for coming out. I really appreciate it. If you guys are interested, tomorrow we're also streaming some more Fire Emblem Awakening, so we'll get to do that. Let's see, what else? Well, I guess, actually, really, that's it. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye!